Great. So, real quick, hey, thanks for coming, everybody. I have wanted to do this forever. I don't know actually how many of y'all know this, but I used to be a martial arts instructor. I also do teach people how to play games at work. So being able to run a class like this has always been something I've wanted to do. I do get to do stuff like this at work, but it's not the same because it's work. So thanks everyone for coming out. The idea with these classes is basically, there's a lot that you can learn. You can learn games by playing them, and most of y'all have. But with a game as old as this, you can learn a lot faster if you have someone who knows what the fuck this game is, teach you how to do it. I do not want to get in the way of you having your own organic learning experience and like picking the characters you want to pick, but for class, that's not that shit. I feel like it's my responsibility to show you the shit that we know is really good, not because you have to play it, but because if you're gonna play this game, you're gonna be playing against people who are playing these teams and these grooves and stuff like that. And if you wanna pick your own shit, you should pick your own shit knowing what kind of power you're leaving on the table and how to play against that shit. I love playing low tier in this game, it's super fun. But it only works because I've had like literal decades of experience playing against the top tiers. So we're gonna do 6 of these to start with. Each class is gonna cover a different team and a different groove. We might do 5 and merge like S into something else because I don't really know S that well. But the idea is each groove really changes how you play this game and what you're trying to do in this game. So what I want to do is choose a different team for each groove to give you an understanding of how that groove plays. I don't care if you like it or not. You don't have to go pick that groove. If y'all end up playing something other than K, fantastic. We could use fewer K groove players in the world. But you need to know what K groove does. You need to know what A groove does. You need to know what all these do. And I love this shit because once you learn this, these systems show up in all kinds of other games. So it's not just learning how to play against K groove. It's learning how to play against Just Defend, which is a lot like learning how to play against IB, right? And so on and so on and so on. The way these classes are gonna work is similar to a martial arts class. So I'm gonna start with this little spiel, and then I'm gonna demonstrate some shit with these characters, and I want you to practice them together. So there should be 2 people per setup. I think we should have enough for that. Ideally, you stay at the same setup. You can watch me do the thing here. If you have questions, just ask. But the idea is that you 2 are doing this together. So for the first couple drills, one player will do it, another player is gonna help doing it. And you'll switch back and forth and back and forth. If you have questions, you can ask me, but you can also ask, if you see that you're partnered up with someone who's doing it more easily than you can ask them what they're doing, right? We should be able to learn from each other as well as from me. So yeah, we'll do this. I think the instruction and drilling phase will take probably about 45 minutes, and then we'll do like matches after that, basically. What up? So today we're doing K groove and we're doing K-Cammy, Blanka, Sagat. It is the team to play. It's easy to access and it'll teach you a lot about this game. So we'll practice on those characters and that groove for 45 minutes, and then we'll just play games with each other and you can pick whatever the hell you want then. Oh yeah, one more thing. Execution in this game is crazy hard. I practiced combos for years. I still usually don't land them against people in tournament. Everyone here is gonna have a different experience learning based on what you're used to, in other games, how quickly you learn things, that all differs heavily from person to person. So I don't want you to feel like if you couldn't land it today that you failed. Because I have combos that I've been working on for years and I still don't hit that shit more than like maybe 30 or 40% of the time. The idea is to show you what you could be practicing if you really want to get into this. So I do want to be able to help you like individually work through your execution, but I do not think anybody will get consistent on any of this shit today, and if you do, you might be built to play this game. And to me, that's actually what I think is really cool about this game, is that because the execution's so fucking hard, if someone hits that shit, you know they earned it. And because most people who play this game do not hit that shit, even, like, Boss was telling me that the top players drop their BMBs 20% of the time. So that is, you've been playing this game for literal decades. It is the only game that you play, and you're still gonna miss your shit 20% of the time, okay? Because of that, this game is very much about figuring out what you have and playing within that and then expanding that over time. So you're gonna practice a bunch of shit and you might feel kind of good about it today. You're probably not gonna hit that shit. That's okay. It doesn't mean you wasted your time. If you want it, You're gonna have to practice, right? But what I want to do today is show you the things you could be practicing. And even if you don't end up playing any of these characters or these grooves, the stuff you practice here, the execution's pretty much the same across characters. So you're gonna have to learn some hard shit with basically everyone. Cool. Any questions so far? Great. If you have questions, just raise your hand. Let's see. Okay. So, curious, how many of you know what have played with K-Groove at all? Raise your hands. Okay, sweet. So I'm not going to explain too much about it. The reason K-Cammy, Blanka, Sagat, and K-Groove are good is because K-Groove is really good and K-Cammy, Blanka, and Sagat are really good. That's basically it. You can put any character in K-Groove and they'll do okay. And you can put K-Cammy, Blanka, Sagat in any groove and they'll also do okay. So this is kind of like a chocolate and peanut butter. Like you mix two top tiers and you're going to get a really good team. So we'll start with Sagat, and I'm going to walk through some of the systems real quick just so you know what you're playing with here. K-Groove doesn't really have a lot going on. Every groove has a combination of a couple things. What up? One is your groove defines your movement options. It defines a lot of your defense options, and it defines how your meter works. K-Groove is one of the more simple ones. You have run, so you can hold forward. It's like an S&K style run instead of the step dash. You have short hop. So if you input up and up forward or up back for just a small amount of time, you can get a short hop. This lets you get high attacks a little bit faster, but there's a little extra landing recovery. And then you have just defend. So just defend is basically instant block. I press back or down back right before getting hit. The window is pretty generous. I think it's like 10 frames or something. And what it does is it gives me a little bit of life. It gives me a little bit of this K-Groove meter if I'm not in rage mode. And I can do it in the air where I can't block in the air. And it reduces my recovery a little bit. So there are some options to get punishes or frame advantage off some attacks if you just defend. That's it. Everything you do in this game, in K-Groove, you're doing with just those tools. But it doesn't have a lot of stuff. Just defend is the main mechanic you're going to use for a lot of your defense, obviously. So if you want to avoid block damage, if you want to avoid taking guard crush meter damage, if you want to not get hit by fireballs, everything is just defend. It's a very good tool. It's a lot easier and a lot lower risk to use than parry because the input overlaps with block. So a lot of times you can just OS for just defend, and if you fuck up, but you did it early, you'll still get blocked. The other thing that's worth mentioning here is, I'll leave it on human for now, rage mode. So this groove has the least control over how you spend your meter, okay? You see this ticking down here? You get like, I think it's 15 seconds-ish in rage mode. So you build this meter either by just defending or getting hit. As soon as it pops here, I get an obscene bonus to damage. So I do more damage, I do more guard crush, I take less damage, and I get access to the most powerful level 3s in the game because the rage bonus applies to your level 3. It's also pretty easy to fill this meter. If you're spending it immediately, every character will get usually 2 level 3s, which is access to a lot of fucking level 3s as well as the damage steroid. But once it's gone, you have to rebuild it, okay? So I actually like that a lot because whatever you learn about comboing into supers, you have a very finite amount of time to combo into supers in this one, but it's kind of okay to just throw it out because you're gonna lose it anyway, right? If the meter is ticking down here real close, you know, okay, maybe at 50%, I'm thinking I can get a combo, whatever. But as soon as it's low here, I'm just throwing this shit out. Even if they block it and they punish me, it's still usually worth it to just go for the super anyway. And that is extremely scary. What up?
So something you mentioned about one of the things is that you get more damage and you get better guard crush. So there is guard crush in this game?
Oh, yeah. It's a good question. So we're going to set...
that's the guard.
Yeah, so the green bar here... Oop, I don't want it on CPU. So here's the thing. Let's see what we stand. So here's the thing. There's a lot of throw-in vuln in this game after a knockdown, so you have to wait to throw. And throws are pretty slow. So where you might be used to in other games playing for a lot of strike throw, the way you cash out block pressure in this game is usually not with a strike throw opportunity. It's usually not with mix. We'll wait until this pops real quick. That right there in K-Groove Rage did like 60%, right? Wow. So a lot of times your opportunities to get a super are from guard crush. They're not necessarily from opening up the opponent with a tricky mix-up. What's up?
You said in Rage, so K-Groove Rage also affects guard damage?
Yes, so you do more guard crush in Rage. And that's true for basically every groove has a different bonus, a different amount of bonus when it maxes out the meter. K-Grooves is the biggest. But a lot of what you're playing for in K-Groove is not, I hit the sweet combo into the mix or knockdown mix or whatever. It's, they blocked a jump in. If they block this next jump in, they might be screwed, right? That's how you get your hits in this game. And that's true for every groove to greater or lesser degrees. But playing around guard crush is like, if you take one thing away from today, it's that, right? Because what happens is if you're trying to figure out how to open up, and I'm getting ahead of myself, so excuse me, but if you're trying to open up someone, they didn't anti-air, that sucks, that's on them, right? But now, if they don't anti-air the second one, they're taking 50%, right? So the way you open up people in this game is if you can get them to just take one block string once in your Rage, or maybe 2 block strings, right? They have to do something about the next one. That's how you force people into situations where either they stick something out and they get counter hit, or they block and they get guard crushed and they die. Either way, it works out for you. So those are the, any questions on the system so far? Okay, what up? Yeah. It pops automatically as soon as the meter's max. And so there is actually an element of strategy with this because K-Groove has the hardest time passing on meter from one character to another, one round to another. If I win the round and the bonus is ticking down, I start the next round with nothing. If my character gets knocked out, the next character starts the round with nothing. There are moments where your opponent might look at your meter and go, oh, my character, this is a lost cause, but you're almost going to fill up your meter. I don't want you to have that for the next round, so I'm going to taunt. And that'll pop your meter, and then that character just dies, but then you don't get to take that meter to the next one. So K-Groove has the least control over when they get their meter, but they have the most benefit from using it. So they get to be super aggro some of the times. It's a good question. What up?
That JD fills off K-Groove, it doesn't extend the amount of time I'm waiting.
It does not. So if I have full meter, and it's ticking down, I don't get more. I still get the health benefit and all the other stuff, but I don't get more meter to add to the time. Any other questions? We'll do Sig then Kev.
Yeah, the guard crush is the best way to get damage in. If they're not punishing, could you just theoretically do the same block string over and over?
Yes.
Okay.
So optimizing block strings is less about like frame traps kind of didn't exist before Street Fighter 4. Okay? Because in this game, almost if you look at the frame data, basically the frame data tends to be identical on hit or block. So like, I think this is something ridiculous like +6 or something, right?
Like
yeah, it's got to be like 3 or 4 frames or something like that. Yeah. But since there's a lot of throw involved, I have to wait a long time to get a throw, right? So a lot of what you're doing is if you're optimizing for block strings, it's not how do I create plus situations where they might mash. It's how do I maximize the amount of guard damage without letting them like reversal out or something. So actually with Sagat, a really easy one is just jump heavy kick, short jump heavy kick, crouch heavy punch. If you fucked up the anti-air in that first part, you're probably not going to get anything else in the second part, and that's like an easy 60-70% of guard crush from your range. Any other questions on K-Groove?
Wait, so you have hops in this game?
Everyone has, yeah, god damn it. Yeah. Kev, what's up?
Does Just Defend take your guard crush?
No. You do not take any guard crush bar damage when you're Just Defending. But it doesn't rebuild it either.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyone else? Question about K-Groove? Cool. So, now that we've talked a little bit about K-Groove, this is Sagat. The first thing I want you all to do before we dig into the rest of the move list is practice Just Defend a little bit. So, pair up at a setup, and I want you to just take turns. Maybe one person throws 3 fireballs. If you know how to do a tiger shot, it's just core circle forward and then punch or kick. I want the other person to practice Just Defending it. Switch off back and forth. Nice. No. So it's an interesting one. There isn't slowdown on this like there is with parry. So for fireballs specifically, this cadence is pretty similar. I think like Ryu's is going to be similar. But if you try and JD multi-hit supers, there's no stop. So you got to go. Yeah. Yeah.
You can't just smash it after that.
This is more timing specific, but like if you try and JD like this, see, yeah, you go. Real quick. So the thing about grooves is every groove has a tool to deal with fireballs. JD is K-Groove's tool to deal with fireballs. It's very bad at moving around fireballs, especially Sagat because he's big and slow. So when people are throwing fireballs at you, you have to be able to tell them, hey, I can JD this. You're just giving me health. You're just giving me meter. You don't want to do either of those things, and get them to stop throwing fireballs, okay? Other grooves, they can roll past them or dodge or whatever. But with this one, if you are not credibly just defending fireballs, you will get eaten alive by fireballs. Next, like I said earlier, this game is not really about mix, but short hop is a very strong mix tool, especially on the characters that we're playing today. It's pretty good for everyone, but Sagat's short hop heavy kick is particularly good. The thing about short hop is that you have extra recovery when you short hop. So when you hit the attack and land, you aren't going to be able to get normals most of the time. But you can cancel out of the landing recovery into specials or supers. So what I want you to try now is take turns doing short hop roundhouse, heavy kick, for those who don't know what roundhouse means. If you kind of want to time it so you're on the way down from the short hop, if you do it too early, you won't necessarily get a combo. And then cancel it into tiger uppercut or a super. Preferably the double core circle back with kick super. So take turns trying that for a bit. So look, any of them work. It's going to look like this. So I hit the kick on the way down, and then pretty much immediately afterwards, I hit the tiger uppercut. There you go. So if you're doing the super, the core circle back, kick super, we call it hot foot. Hot foot is particularly good because that shit is 0 after flash, low. That one. So that one is not as good. It does a lot of damage though. Yeah, there you go. So you might start to see a little bit of a mix up here. You can short hop heavy kick, or you could just empty jump super. And the empty jump super, the moment that super flash goes off, if they're not already crouch blocking, they got hit. Also, for pretty much every groove except C groove, there's a little bit of a trick that you can do for supers to make them more consistent. It doesn't matter what strength button you use to do the super input. So what you want to do, if you want to maximize your chances of getting the super, is you want to piano your fingers across punches or kicks. That'll give you more potential opportunities for the input reader to say, oh, you got the super. All right, now let me get your attention again. We're going to go through the rest of Sagat's buttons. So Connor, let me get that real quick. So when we're breaking down characters, I'm going to start with neutral tools and then talk combos. First, we want to do neutral tools. With Sagat, so the thing about this game is that characters often have a couple really good buttons and then a lot of shitty buttons. So often you will find that the first part of learning a character is just learning what their good buttons are. With Sagat, he's got a lot of them, but it's nice because his not good buttons aren't really worth using for the most part. So for pokes, heavy punch is the name of the fucking game. Stand heavy punch is really good, crouch heavy punch is really good. Nice chonky one here. It's also very fast. It's pretty plus, I think. It does a lot of fucking damage, especially in rage. You can cancel it into super if you're good. Heavy punch, or stand heavy punch is also really good. You can use these both as kind of ranged anti-airs. The speed and the risk reward of this button means that it's going to be Sagat's main tool. This is what structures a lot of his matchups. Now, it doesn't mean that these are the only things you're using, but because it's so hard for a lot of characters to deal with this, a lot of what they have to do starts with how do they deal with the heavy punches. However, he has a lot of other fucking good pokes too. So stand light kick is really good. It's very fast. You're not going to be really canceling this into anything, but at this range, it can catch people trying to go for crouching fierce or standing fierce. Stand medium kick is a heavier version of stand light kick, basically. It reaches a little forward a little more. It's a little bit slower. But so the way you'll see a lot of the footsies interactions going with Sagat is, especially in the mirror, they'll start off by being like, hey, am I swinging with this or with this, right? Stand heavy punch goes a little bit further, but it's easier to whiff punish. If you see that they're over-focusing on heavy punches, that's when you start throwing out the light kicks a little bit. And if you see that they start focusing on light kicks a lot, then you can snipe them with a medium from outside the range. So that's kind of it for the pokes. Oh, crouch medium kick is also good. It's funny because it's an okay low. You usually need to like cancel it into a fireball or something. It's not that great, but it does help. And his sweep is really slow, so you're not going to use this very often, which means he's going to have a hard time getting knockdowns. They look the same. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Other than that, if you're up close, stand light punch is really good. Eventually, we'll try practicing comboing into it. Stand light or crouch light kick is also okay. It's a lot harder to combo out of. And then for anti-airs, it's really just these. You can use stand heavy kick, but it's not that good, like compared to his heavy punches. Also, tiger uppercut is a really good anti-air. Any questions on these pokes? What's up? Light kick is a low. All these kicks are lows. Oh, also, he can cross up with jump light kick. But because there isn't that much hit stun, to get a cross up that actually combos, you have to hit pretty deep. As far as jump-ins go, heavy kick is going to be your main one. Any questions on these so far?
All the tiger uppercuts invincible?
Yes. I want to say that heavy punch and medium punch are a little bit more invincible. The nice thing about the heavy punch one is that it does 5 hits. So if you're trying to just defending 1 hit is a lot easier than just defending 5. So I generally recommend you go for this, especially against K-Groove. However, if they're nice enough to have just defend, you might have just given them 5 ticks of health and meter or whatever. So it is scary. Yeah. So I want y'all to just play some neutral now. Don't worry about combos. Get used to the button ranges. Punch the shit out of each other. Figure out if you got something to deal with heavy punch. Good luck. In case you're wondering, you will almost never use Sagat's medium punch. Standing medium punch is okay in block strings, but that's kind of it.
It looks good.
It looks good, but it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not crouch heavy punch is really it. All right, so now that you're kind of comfortable with the footsies, try mixing jump-ins in a little bit more. See how it is to both focus on the ground game, but be ready to DP or anti-air or something. I mean, you're basically doing heavy kick at that range, and then light kick if you're close and you can get a cross-up. All the others just aren't as good. All right, we'll practice footsies for like 2 more minutes, and then y'all gonna try to do some combos. Anyone having a hard time anti-airing? Yeah, that shit sucks, huh? You don't have the upper body invuln 6P that you can press and it's upper body on frame 1? Nope. Also, Sagat is tall, so it's harder he has less time to react to a jump in. Good footsies, now let's try some combos. We're gonna keep it simple, but I'm gonna show you why I was saying earlier that the execution in this game is really fucking hard. Here. Cool. So, couple things. We'll start with the things I think you're actually gonna be able to do today. The first one is, off crouching heavy punch, try and do a fireball super. So it'll be core circle back, and all 3 punches. Oop. Yeah. Well, it doesn't have to be all 3, but the piano makes it easier. So if you watch my hands, oop, there we go. So if you do it right, you'll get 7 hits. You might be wondering, hey, can I hit confirm this on reaction? Probably not. I can't. So you're going to use this most often as a wild guess, where you're like, fuck it, my meter's about to go out. I might as well just throw it out. Or if you guard crush. Because if you guard crush, if you know they're flashing, then it doesn't fucking matter if they blocked or not. Try this one first.
Or a DP punish.
Or a DP punish, yeah. Though it's actually pretty hard to time. I would usually do crouch medium kick instead.
Are there like players who can hit confirm it and they're notable for that?
Or
is it kind of a
I think it's a situational thing. Okay. For me, like it's like they I don't think it's like a hard reaction check. I think they understand the situation.
Okay.
You just dial it in. You have to.
Yeah, you can slow it down a little. Like you could do, you can do the heavy punch or the core circle backs a little bit slower. But yeah, it's tough. You're just swinging with this shit. Sig, how's this one going?
Huh?
How's it going?
I can get the piano on this, but I'm getting the hang of it.
Okay. You might find if you're using the analog stick, I don't actually know, like I think that's gonna be a little bit harder. If that's what you use, then that's what you use. But I think it's gonna be slower on the analog stick than on the D-pad. Close heavy punch, yes, but it's even harder. Because it's faster and the cancel window is small. Stand heavy punch, it works like if you're further away, but it's also pretty hard. I usually just do crouch heavy punch for this.
Because you're already holding down.
Yeah. Connor learning the ways of old game execution.
Hey, man. Definitely not easy.
I will give you one tip on this that I actually just learned like less than a year ago, which is crazy to me. CVS2 does not force you to finish the second quarter circle in a double quarter circle super. You can actually press the buttons at down back or down forward, depending on what the super is, and you'll get it. So you can save one whole frame. We'll move on to the next one, but that's going to be really important. Sorry, Connor, let me borrow it again. The next thing you're going to do is stand, jab, DP. This is a good one if you don't have meter. It's also nice because you will often be able to hit stand jabs after a jump in. So you can kind of hit confirm it. If you're far away, then it doesn't work, it's fine. However, stand jab is also one of Sagat's best pressure tools because it's very plus on block. But shorter characters, including I think most of the women in this game, do not block this crouching. So stand jab pressure strings are really only good against the big boys. If you want something that works against everyone, you can do crouch light kick DP. That's a 2-frame link. It is hard as fuck. Yeah. You can also do the tiger knee, which funny enough is not the classic tiger knee input in this game. You can do stand jab, tiger knee if you want. It's not as strong, but it is a little bit more reliable.
I do tiger knee.
It's just DP with kick. All right, we're gonna add some extra credit to the combo. Let me get the hitbox on this one. If you would like to have a light confirm into a super, you can do jab into, we call it hot foot, it's tiger raid, it's double core circle back and kicks. Oh, I got that on the first try, let's go. Oh. This is hard as fuck, but it's probably his easiest light confirm into super. So there's 2 ways to do it. One is stand punch, core circle back punch, core circle back kicks. That's slower, but it's harder for me to hit confirm that. The other is stand punch, do 2 quarter circle backs really fast. That's what Boss taught me to do.
Okay.
Because that gives you more time to hit confirm.
I snuck in a light kick. I
Yep.
don't even know how I did that.
It's, I think it's a 3-frame link, but it's very spacing dependent. So this right here is the essence of CVS2 to me. You have a lot of really strong tools in neutral, and doing combos is hard as shit. That's true for basically everyone in the game to varying degrees. Sagat ends up being a nice introduction to the game like that. We have 2 more characters to go through today, but it's gonna be relatively quick. So what I want you to do now is back out into character select and pick Cammy on both sides in K-Groove. So with Cammy, the main pokes you're going to be looking at is standing heavy kick. Crouch medium kick is also pretty good. And then her spiral arrow, core circle forward and kicks, is a pretty good poke. If you space it right, it's safe on block and it hits low. Her standing heavy kick is one of the best buttons in the game. It's also very usable as an anti-air, but you have to back out a little bit to get him to do it. Standing heavy kick. So yeah, basically, if you can back up and get them to jump in on that, it's really good. It's also good for beating short hop. Crouch medium kick is the other big poke. Yeah. In terms of anti-airing, like I said, standing heavy kick is good. Crouching heavy punch is okay. But she has a DP with kicks. It's cannon spike. It's pretty strong. She also has an air throw. Air throws aren't as good as they are in Guilty Gear. I think it's with heavy punch, like direction and heavy punch in the air. So mess around with the pokes and anti-airs for a bit. She also has a super on core circle back twice and kicks. That's good for either wake-ups or anti-airs, because it hits on both sides. You have to mash it to do maximum damage.
Oh no, you can't.
All right. I need to show you motherfuckers how to mash, okay? I need a chair for this shit. Woo! Unlike Sagat, the rest of Cammy's normals are like fine, but most of the time you're just using this shit. Like Sagat, Cammy can also do a short hop heavy kick into a super, but she doesn't get the high-low game off of it. But short hop heavy kick into either of the supers is usually pretty good. When you are up close with Cammy, there's basically one button you want to hit, and it's standing heavy punch. If you get the close one where she kind of hits you with her both hands together like that shit is something ridiculous like +10. You can hit confirm it into the double core circle forward kick super. You can also link it into stand heavy kick and combo the super off of that. It's a little bit harder. What? You go fierce roundhouse super, yeah. So at first, maybe try just stand heavy punch into super, and then you can try heavy punch into heavy kick, and if you want, do heavy punch, heavy kick super. This shit is so plus, you can actually like walk up a little bit and press another heavy punch, and you'll get the far heavy punch, and it can still combo. Exactly. So walk up heavy punch is actually legit. Oh, she has a dive kick that's pretty good. It's core circle back kick in the air. You can do it from a forward jump or a backward jump or a neutral jump.
Is that the short hop dive kick, the like triangle dash?
Not really. It's not, I think it hits mid, I want to say.
Okay.
And the delay on it is so long that you're not really using it like that. You want to space this thing so you hit their feet, so you're more plus. She also has her hooligan combination and her spinning back fist. You will never use either of these. So, one more note on Cammy. She can actually light confirm her supers off crouching light kick, but in order to do it, you have to hold the second light kick down so you don't accidentally get spiral arrow. It's a little hard. Honestly, you're not going to use this very often because at that range, stand heavy punch is unfuckwithable. Back out to training mode again and pick Blanka on both sides. All right, so here's the deal with Blanka. He has like one combo. We'll do it later. 90% of what you are doing with this dude is just pressing some of the best buttons in the game. To start with, crouching heavy punch and down forward heavy punch. These are both extremely good. That slide is a low. Standing medium punch and crouching medium punch are also pretty good, but not as good as these. Blanka's jump-ins are also really good as well. You're going to use heavy kick if they're in front of you, or you'll cross up with medium kick. Also, if you jump straight up and hit heavy punch, that's one of the best anti-airs in the game. So that jump heavy kick is pretty good, but if you short hop, it gets out there even faster. It's fucking disgusting. As far as special moves go, you have the regular charge back forward punch ball, which is useful sometimes. You'll use it in combos. He has a super version, which is pretty good. It's charge back, then forward, back, forward, and punches. There you go, yeah. Blanka also has the rainbow ball, which is, I think, charge back, then forward, and kick. You will never use this. And he has an anti-air ball, which I think is, what, charge down, then up and kicks? Kicks, yeah. That one is pretty good, but not as good as his other anti-airs. The punch version of the super does a lot of damage, but it's only one hit. The kick version does more hits, and you can hold it to make it harder to parry or just defend. He also has the electricity that all of you have found from mashing buttons. This is pretty good for chip damage. Kinako! Hi, puppy. 5. Hey. Kinako, don't knock anything over, please. Hi, puppy dog. Kinako wants to play some CVS. Yep. Come on. Oh, Shout of Earth? Yeah, I forgot about that one. That's the up. That's the. You will basically never use this.
Oh, you'll never use it?
Yeah. Ah, yes. Blanka has a command hop that he can do. It's all 3 kicks. Oh, only 2? Nice. Yeah, you can use this for cross-ups. You can set up electricity afterwards for some good chip damage. You can also use this to backdash and maintain charge. All right, I said I was going to show you one combo with Blanka. So Blanka can do crouch light kick into stand light punch. And then from there you can do a regular ball or a super ball. However, in order to do this, he needs to have charge. So in most cases, you will have gotten this off a jump in. So you jump and you start charging immediately after you jump. And then you do that. You will almost never hit this. Don't worry about it. I'm just showing you so you see what it is. Most of the time, if you're trying to hit the supers, it's going to be off a guard crush, or one particularly dirty trick is the heavy punch. You mash this throw, but you charge for a medium ball.
Oh, yes.
You can either do a medium. Oh. You can either do a medium ball and then go for electricity for chip, or you can do a super. And if you time it good, it's not clear what side it's going to hit on. But yeah, you're not comboing with this dude, so don't worry about it. Oh, I forgot, there's one more mechanic in K-Groove I didn't explain, and it's quick rise. So when you're knocked down, you can press, I think it's punches? I don't even remember. Whatever. Press some shit, you'll get up immediately, but you can be hit out of it. Every groove in this game is either quick rise or delayed recovery. Can you use the command hop to lead over a downed opponent? Absolutely. You can. It's decent. It's more useful in grooves with roll though, because they get a little bit more options with roll cancel. Also, what up, Blue Minder? Good to see you. We miss you, man. All right. Now what we're gonna do is you're gonna play against each other. But instead of running a long set, what I want is one game of CVS2 is long enough, trust me. So what you're gonna do is, you're gonna play a game with each other. Pick whatever team you want. If you wanna run KCVS, great. If you wanna pick other grooves, other characters, this is the open sparring session. The player that loses the best of one will move and wait at their turn at the next setup. The winner will stay. I wanna get you rotating and playing with a bunch of people. Yeah, we'll go clockwise like this.
Right.
Any questions?
Do you care about order right now?
K groove order matters less than in other grooves because you're not really passing meter on from one character to another. This team is extremely flexible. You can run any R2 on this. Doesn't really matter the order. If you have matchups you like or don't like, pick around that. When I play this team, I usually start with R1 Blanka or Cammy, R2, R1, the next one is the next one, and then I do R2 Sagat. Also, feel free to turn up the speakers on your setups a little bit if you want. Hold up. You'll do it in the next screen. So, Peter, if you want to play with people, I'd say just get next over here, and we can skip this setup.
I'm having fun.
Okay. All right. What? I like Sagat as R2, but he's a bit more technical than the others. Honestly, anyone can cook on this one. It doesn't really matter.
I like Blanka with two because we get a lot of tip damage. What does the ratio do?
More health, more damage.
Oh my god. Holy shit. This Blanka character is kind of nice. Wait a minute.
It's the first Brazilian fighting game character to be proud of.
Oh my god. Oh, wait, okay, no, I can't do that.
You're right.
Hey, what up? Oh, nice. Thank you. Yeah, there you go. Can you put some of these in the cooler if there's room? I'll get the, actually, because I think Jig's potato salad's in there right now. Yeah, I think we do that. We are nearing the end of the CVS2 class, and then we'll switch over to whatever people want to play afterwards.
I had some weekend work to do.
Gotcha.
Alameda, so I was like, all right, perfect.
Hell yeah.
Come over.
Yeah, I'm glad you can make it, man. We'll have food in a little bit, too. Yeah. Rare footage of Connor playing against a top tier.
Hey, what the fuck, man?
Sagat is basically the Johnny of the game. Oh, wrong super. What's up? Okay, thank you. Woo! All right, no CV, baby. No. All right, so Aaron, I think you're going that way to play jigs. Hey. All right, so Citrix, you'll play Eddie.
Look for random parry to occur.
Is your parry also back?
No.
Forward?
Yeah, P is forward.
Or way harder?
Yeah, it's a lot harder.
More payoff, more advantage. I'm straight
Harder to do, for sure.
Yeah, Windows a lot tighter, it's a lot riskier. And actually, it's the rest of P Groove that has a harder time. It's got a smaller guard bar, doesn't do as much damage. All right, you're over there if you can plug into the PS5.
Also,
Yeah. You return to neutral, basically. Like, all right. So I'm thinking like 15, 20 minutes. We'll get people to eat the sandwiches. And then I might ask your help getting the grill started up.
Okay.
Thank you.
grill takes like maybe 20-ish minutes.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I figure we eat the sandwiches first, then people will come back and play, and then we can get the grill started and get hot dogs going.
Just now you looked at the menu, I thought there was 6 screens, and I was like, holy shit, there's 6? I feel like I only see 2.
The second version of Zero.
I don't, Arnie, the thing is, I get that Sagat is good, but I just don't like Sagat. I just don't follow him like that.
So I forget, are you back in town for summer break, or are you around here permanently now?
Summer break.
How long is that going for?
Well, that depends. So
Gotcha.
originally the plan was I could leave whenever, but that was when I had a car. It changed 2 days ago because I was in an accident.
I see, that sucks. I'm glad you seem to be okay though?
Yeah, no, despite the car like flipping over.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
fine. Yeah, no, nothing broken. It's just honestly just bruising straight, which is fine, insane, but not
Yeah.
a big deal.
Where was it?
It was on Skyline Boulevard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's like this big turn, and my car, Ford Focus, takes turns really wide for some reason.
I see.
And it like drifted a little bit into like a bank of gravel, and then I couldn't control the car.
Oh my God.
And I smacked into the wall. But it wasn't very fast, so I'm mostly fine. But
The car's totaled?
Car's totaled.
Yeah.
But fortunately, we got more from the car at on insurance.
Okay, then you would have free sale.
Because nobody's buying it for 13 bills.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise I'm fine. But I will say the walk from bars did kind of take a lot out of it.
Yeah, if it's a little warm out here, I think it's like, what, 10 minutes here from Fruitvale if you got a good pace?
It's like half mileage.
Okay.
But it is also like hot milk.
Gotcha, yeah. Well, cool off. There's some drinks in the cooler if you want something, help yourself.
Yeah. But honestly, you just say that.
Yeah, have a seat here.
Oh, they're all.
Yeah, just pull it wherever. And if you don't want to be on camera, then move it. But
done a lot of walking stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then we got the children scoping the Zoom, and then we're like, oh, I guess the train's blocked. Oh no. Slide the walk. Probably 4 miles. God damn. Anything verified about it?
Yeah, I can fill you up.
Okay.
Next location is New York. This battle is about to explode. Fight! Now they came out with a sneaky Hadouken!
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I know that like fucking net market. The third
Yeah.
really shit the bed was the end. So like, it might not have matched. Still fucking it was like a 5.3 for him.
All right, so we're gonna keep this sparring session going for another like 15 minutes, and then we'll break for food, and it'll be open games after that. Also, thanks y'all everyone for coming. I hope you had fun. This game means a lot to me, and it's dope to be able to share it with y'all.
I might get it on my PS5 because like my laptop's dying.
Yeah.
How many copies of Rev 2 do you have left?
You ran out like a long time ago, right?
Yeah, so Bill one time was like, hey, you got any? And I just like dropped like 10 of them on him. Like, fucking take it, dude. Like,
I gotta head out.
Okay.
For class.
Oh, thank you so much. Have a good day. You got a date tonight?
Yeah.
Enjoy. Wait, what? Oh, gotcha. Nice. Enjoy.
not this game.
He wasn't more.
Bird is not bad.
Yeah, Bird is not bad.
Knack takes a lot of work in this game, but she's super fun.
It's not Bird Jesus level.
Yeah, I should have pressed the button. I was like thinking I would jump in.
Starting Honda is pretty fucking funny, man. He's good against K-Cammy and Blanka.
Doing a whole lot of K group and not a lot of other stuff.
I mean, today was K-Group Day, so.
K-Group is also the one that you don't have to put the most effort into.
I think it's the best way to start playing this game, and it also happens to be basically the best group in the game. So, you know, even if you don't want to play it, like, you have to know what makes it good. What's up?
I was like, I don't know if Rock's 8 fireballs any good in this game.
It's
Seems
questionable.
like his M is better.
Yeah, I think I prefer L and M.
Yeah.
The thing you're supposed to use it for is eating a fireball and then
Yeah,
and
because
then
you get
getting
double
another one.
Rugen,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
But in K group, you just JD their fireballs and it's
Right.
better. Oh, yep.
Oh, you're on this. Wow. He has Yang Yulin though. in this game.
Oh, he doesn't have Mantis Slash.
Yeah. He has to do some critical forward kick from there. The one where he rolls and then
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
then Ronaldo came out, they're like, you actually were there for Rock. So then I was like, oh, he's the less reasonable about this fucking game. Also.
Wait, what does Ronaldo have to do with that?
So when they announced Ronaldo, the second beta came out, and Rock was there. And I was like, alright, cool. Like, now definitely not my good game.
I have the option select.
Are you gonna want to serve the sandwiches on plates, or is like paper towels good?
I just have them cut up in like little
Okay.
hand size.
Okay.
things.
Okay.
People
So,
just grab them.
all right. Cool.
Yeah, I might wash my hands again.
Yep.
Get ready. Oh, you're playing on the Japanese version?
I guess most recently I was playing it on I'm playing this on my Dreamcast. So I'm doing Japanese story versus mode. It's Japanese, yeah.
Well, I realized it was Japanese because fucking it should have vices instead of.
That was a full a long walk.
Oh, with fucking, what's their bid? With Ingrid? Ingrid, welcome Ingrid fans to Ingrid for the first time.
I wasn't aware Ingrid had fans.
People like her design.
Capcom is really determined to make her a game, I guess.
It did. Dude, she was like the genesis of Street Fighter Cross Tekken. The reason the box exists is because of Ingrid.
The box?
So like, you know how like in Cross Tekken you could sacrifice a character?
Oh.
So that's in the lore. There's like a box that they're all fighting over.
Oh, that's her?
That's her box.
Oh, that's funny.
It's like a cosmic being, but the silhouette is very clearly Ingrid.
Ironically, her design is also why some people are wary of her, because some people it reminds her of people of Athena. Who? Athena? Some people don't like Athena. It's just an association with Athena if you don't like her. So many people, I didn't want Athena because I don't want to play this Athena, literally.
I don't even think does she fight like Athena?
I don't even know what
Ingrid, no.
No,
I
right?
mean, it's similar. Like she has magic shit.
powers, yeah. I love the Ingrid color for Raven. I thought that color, that costume was sick.
Woo!
I said it's Tiger.
Plus on Raw, you use other things. It's plus on use we thought it was a good idea to make a zero-frame super safe. I got thought on that.
All right, so for everyone who's in an active match right now, play the match. If you lose, get off the setup. Do not queue at another one. And whoever wins, go play another winner.
King of the Hill.
Yeah, exactly. It's a battle royale, baby.
Circle's closing.
Yeah.
Peter,
I heard
did you
you.
win?
All right, get over here.
Why is you bad?
Why is he in bed? He did, his damage is shit.
Oh, his damage is dead?
Yeah.
He
Like
doesn't
he
have
just
condition, right?
no, he has A groove if you
Yeah,
pick
so
A
there
groove.
you go.
But yeah, if you look at the damage that he does with most of his hits, it's like good characters get that off a single attack in a lot of cases. But he can work. You just he requires more effort.
Right.
So dig. The circle is closing on the stream setup.
Yeah. Wait, so did Espada loses? What happened? Or did okay. Gotcha.
In the back.
Yeah. I can reach if you want.
Do you need the rage to be active to do supers?
Yes.
Yeah.
I find it something. Okay.
Oh, sorry. All right, you're gonna play the winner, kid. Yeah.
Oh, is heavy punch only cancelable into supers, not special?
Yes. Except close. Close heavy punch you can cancel into like DP and shit.
So I could do like jump heavy kick, close heavy punch.
Yeah. That's the guy who donated the PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
Punish? Aww.
I would never do such a thing.
Oh! All right, J-Dash will play Eddie over there. Yeah, first year.
Can I steal like a little cutting board for the lines?
Yeah,
You also want FPO, dude.
I'll get it out.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry. Oh, we're good.
Give it a reassuring pat. Here you go. Thank you.
But it's like, it's clearly stood the test of time. So I'm like, alright, fine. I remember I bought GS2 and I practiced it once and then like I never actually played it until the game. So I just kept going, I'm like, yeah, it's $2, I'll buy it. Right?
Oh, was it on sale recently?
Yeah, not recently. I bought like half a year ago, I think. When I played it, I used to have like cheap, so I was like, whatever, I'll buy it.
Yeah, I mean, you know that we're playing it.
Exactly. But then I thought there's a chance, if it's this person, then we'll pick up a random fighting game and I'll play it for like, maybe a month and then it's like, whatever. So I didn't want to do it my time into it. But now that it's clearly stood the test of time, I'm like, every time I see them like just playing it on like Caliber Dota, I'm like, and like there's always a setup that like packages and stuff.
So the dive kick is plus.
If you space it right, yeah.
I see it. I also realized I forgot to ask, can I borrow your cups?
Yeah, I'll get him out in a sec.
Yeah, no rush.
Woo! Oh!
What happened?
Oh, yeah. Player one. All right. You'll get the winner of that one.
Is
Hey.
there a reliable way to
All right, J-Dash over here.
Is there a reliable way to combo the electricity?
You can do it off like I think maybe off like a deep crouching or a cross-up medium kick.
Oh, okay.
No, it's the PS5 behind yeah.
That like sucked them into you.
Yeah, but I think even then it's probably pretty tricky. Realistically, I mean, it's a custom combo tool. You can use it in some customs, but that's about it.
Live and let die.
Of course. They started.
I don't know what to say.
There's like some of the shit.
Excuse me.
We're talking about.
Yeah.
Talking about going through right. It was like, dude, you're in Kingston. That shit is kind of good.
All right. This is going to be a match to remember.
I started playing with him for fun.
I mean, he's playing enough to set a role one, so he role fans.
Oh, I keep choosing the wrong one. I wasn't confused because this is like the Japanese version. I can't find like
It's arcade. The difference is arcade and versus.
why is there
I love how the character portraits are all rasterized.
Oh, sure, yeah.
What, you don't like Shakespeare 1, bro?
I think some of it would depend on like the filter that you're using. Like there's different view filters. Also, this TV might have some shit still turned on. But yeah, the Shinkura art is more realistic style, so you'll feel it a little bit more for those.
There's like Shakespeare made art of like SF Street Fighter in a movie.
Yeah.
I didn't know there's old character art.
Yeah.
So
For
everyone
both.
willingly chooses that Blanka.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like based on the groove you pick.
Oh, really?
Yeah. See, because in A groove he's got all Capcom art.
Oh,
on the shoulder.
Capcom versus SNK, right?
Yeah.
That's fine.
You got back down the...
Yup. Tight.
Hey!
Oh my God, the fundies.
Can you activate off
Depends on the character. Okay.
Yeah, like, I mean, once you've recovered from the throw, then you can activate.
Like some characters will let you be like, they'll throw you and they'll like throw in the middle. And then you recover in time to back with. Like Bison can do like scissor kick and they'll be floating before they recover.
Yeah. But you can't cancel into activate.
Is it like an Alpha 3?
Yeah, you get to keep the leftovers.
Is it like an Alpha 3 where you can't block when you're in close?
You can't block when what? Yeah, you can't block when you activate.
You will learn E groove in the next one, or whatever future learning.
C, I think C or A will probably do next. Oh. Oh.
Lucky you did not play. Scared of the problem.
Yeah. Oh.
Do they say dictator? What do they say?
Yeah, call him Dictator, Claw, Boxer, Sagat. Woo! Aw. Oh, come on. Hey, all right, good stuff. Way to counterpick on K-Groove Day, asshole.
Only group that can't out-carry.
It's not like a
Good shit. Thanks for playing, y'all. So we'll leave the stream setup on CVS2. Everything else is whatever people want to play. Also, Peter made sandwiches, so you can go out and we'll eat some sandwiches and we'll get the grill going for dinner in a little bit. But yeah, thanks everyone for playing, everybody. We'll do this again in probably like a week or two. I'll let people know on the Discord, yeah. All right, excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna leave the stream open for today, but I'm gonna pull the mic at least for now so that we can eat. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. It's a fun time. True love making, y'all. All right. Thank you so much, yeah. We'll keep on doing this. I'm gonna leave the stream on, but it's gonna be, basically, we're gonna eat for a little bit and then play casuals for other stuff. So feel free to stick around.
Watch computer beat up.
And yeah, it's going to be computer or idle mode for a little bit, and then we'll be back at it. Thanks for coming, y'all.